Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to walk you through a complete step-by-step guide how to build a strong professional CV that actually gets noticed by recruiters so you can land your dream job in this 2026. Everything I'm sharing comes from years of reviewing thousands of CVs for cruise ship positions, spa and wellness roles, hospitality jobs, fitness careers and many more. So if you want to give yourself the best possible chance of getting hired, this is exactly how your CV should be structured. When you begin creating your CV, the first thing that should appear at the top is your full name. Make it clear, professional, and easy to see. Directly underneath your name, you must list the specific job position you are applying for, or what is the professional title of the position that you're holding. This is extremely important. For example, if you're applying for a massage therapist position, write massage therapist. If you're applying to be a personal trainer, write personal trainer. Do not leave this open-ended. Recruiters do not have time to guess what position you want, so make sure it's clearly written right under your name. Below your job title, add your contact information, which includes your phone number with the correct international calling code and your professional email address. You can include your LinkedIn profile if it's active and relevant. One thing you should never include is your home address. Your address is not needed at the CV stage and doesn't add any value, so leave it out completely. After your contact information, you may choose to add a short professional summary. This is optional, but when done correctly, it can add value. Keep it to 2 or 3 sentences describing your professional identity, your background, and why you are a strong fit for this position you're applying for. Don't make it generic, make it unique and specific to you and your strengths. Keep it simple and directly relevant to the job that you're applying for. Next, let's talk about adding a picture to your CV. If you're applying for a customer-facing or guest-facing position such as hospitality, wellness, personal training, spa, airline, crew reception, reservations, or anything where you communicate directly with clients, it's highly recommended that you include picture. The photo should be professional with a clean background, good lighting, and you should be smiling. Your outfit should be business formal, something polished but approachable, especially for cruise lines, airlines, hotels, spas, and gyms. Adding a professional photo will help you stand out because these industries care about presentation and communication, and your attention to detail can be seen on the picture. If you're applying for a highly technical or specialized position, for example such as IT, engineering, software development, or anything that is not guest-facing, a picture is not mandatory. But even then, it can be still useful because most people are visual, and putting a face to the information can help the recruiter remember you. So it's not required, but it's still recommended in most cases because picture says 1,000 words. Now let's talk about the order of information that you put on your CV, because this depends on the job that you're applying for. If the position requires specific education such as diploma, certification, license, or formal qualification, you should always list your education before your work experience. On the other hand, if the job is focused more on your experience rather than your education, then you should list your experience or work experience prior to your education. The way to know this is through researching the requirements of the position you're applying for. However, my personal recommendation after reviewing thousands of CVs is this: list your education first, then your work experience. Keeps your CV clean, structured, and easy to read, especially for the international recruitment. After deciding the order, let's talk about the content. If you're putting education first, list only what is relevant to your profession. Include your diploma, certification, license, or training that supports the position you're applying for. Keep it clean and avoid unnecessary details. Then move into your work experience. This is the section recruiters look at the most closely. Always list your most recent job first and go backwards from there. For each job, include your job title, the company name, and dates you worked there. Then write a full sentence what you actually did, how you performed, and what impact you had. Recruiters want to understand your responsibilities and results, not just your title. Something important that many people forget is unpaid experience. Unpaid experience still counts as experience if you have done voluntary work, internship, student exchange, shadowing, practical training, or any project work relevant to the job, you should include it. If it supports the position you want, it belongs on your CV. Whether you were paid or not does not matter. What matters is the skill and experience you gained. After this, include your skills. This can be languages, booking systems, software knowledge, customer service, sales abilities, treatment techniques, or anything that is specific to the position that you are applying for. Finally, let's talk about the layout and length of your CV. Your CV should always be kept to 1 page, maximum 2 pages, and only if you have extensive experience and education that genuinely needs the extra space. But for majority of the candidates, around 90% of you, your entire CV should fit on 1 page. Remove fluff, remove the unnecessary details, and keep the only information that is important and that supports your application. CV should never be consisted out of 5 pages because this shows that you cannot streamline and you don't know how to differentiate what is the most important for the job position that you are applying for. So it just damages your application. A clean, focused CV is much more powerful than a long, unfocused one. Your CV should look neat and professional, use one font, keep your sections aligned, and avoid bright colors, unusual designs, or anything that distracts from the subject and the structure. Important thing that is usually neglected is how to save your CV. Save your CV as PDF before sending it so the formatting stays correct when the recruiter opens it. Before submitting your CV, proofread it carefully, check your spelling, check your date, and make sure everything is accurate and easy to understand. Small mistakes can create a negative impression, so take a moment to review it properly. Always save your CV with your first and last name before sending it, so it's easy for the recruiter to search and find your CV once they save it. Important thing to understand, depending on the language and application that you're applying for, if you're applying for an international position, your language that you're going to use always should be in English, if otherwise not stated for. You should never send your CV in your native language when you are applying for an international position, let's say on board a cruise ship, airline, or things of that nature. Keep it simple, remove the fluff, and keep it polished, professional, and I'm sure that you are going to be able to succeed and get the job that you are applying for. Remember, CV is just an entry ticket to the interview that is going to be held with the recruiter, so make sure that you leave the first impression of the clean, professional, and polished person that you are. And I'm sure that the recruiter is going to take a chance and invite you for the interview for this job application. Remember, CV is not, let's say, the most important thing in the world, but still resembles your professionalism, your job experience, and your education and your background. Never use just ChatGPT to create your CV. Never send generic CV to every different employer. Take a time to adjust your CV for individual position that you are applying for, because us as a recruiter, we can see that you have taken an effort to make a great CV, and that already speaks volume when talking about your professional career and your job that you're applying for. And one more thing, in the next video, I will be live editing the CV I personally used when I applied for the personal trainer position on a cruise ship back in 2019. I'm going to rewrite it, update it to match the standards of 2026 application, and show you all the mistakes that were in my original CV and how they can be fixed. This way you will see a real example side by side of what a modern, well-structured CV should look like and how you can transform your own. And that's the complete structure of a strong recruiter-approved CV that will help you stand out in any industry. If you have found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to update their CV. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your job application.